All right, this is Brendan again. It's late Sunday night, and I'm finally getting around to this reflective vlog. So, sorry, I look wonderful, I can tell. My scratchy beard and all that other stuff. Last week I meant to do a lot of work on learning how to do animated GIFs and maybe some other picture design stuff for digital learning, digital storytelling. I think learning to do that design is difficult for me, so I wanted to practice that. And instead, I got caught up playing Twitter versus Zombie, which is just an awesome game. So I didn't think it would be very fun because I know how to use Twitter. And reading for about the last game, it looked interesting, but I didn't see how people got so into it. But you know, when you start playing the game, you get caught up into it. You don't want to be turned into a zombie, and you're trying to save yourself. And turns out I got turned into a zombie, and all my plans were kind of screwed over one little technicality. And oh well, but it was a lot of fun, and I could see how a lot of people can learn about Twitter on there. But I think it's also a great icebreaker, a way to get people out of their shells. So next year, if my professional development plans go well, and I run a class for the teachers in my district, and Pete runs another Twitter versus Zombie session, I certainly will try and get them to join up and play, because it will really be a great way to start off the year for the teachers. Build some camaraderie, and I can even see how it can be used in the classroom. You know, I wouldn't make it a 24-hour-a-day game like it is with the MOOCs with people around the world, but students in my class, in a class, Twitter versus Zombie starts at 3 in the afternoon and goes till 10 o'clock, so they're not up too late, and you can monitor that pretty easily. And you can have things, you know, as they learn Twitter, you could ask them to write blog posts, especially like in an English class. You know, hey, write 100 words on Shakespeare and you get 30 minutes of Safety Zone, and kids would be doing that. You know, they'd be writing 2 or 3 essays a night. So some of them would, and I think that, you know, hey, sounds like a good way to get students to learn to me. Also, Benjamin Wyckoff, who runs Reflective Blogging, asked, what would you do if you were director of blended learning at a district? And that's kind of why I decided to help out on this EdMOOC, because I wanted to see how I wanted to be there in the planning stages. How are you guys presenting educational technology and media to new teachers? And it's been very instructive. And I love, you know, I'm just being a student during the course here. I don't really have any job, you know, running any lessons or anything like that. But you know, it's fun being a student too, and that's the great thing about this. The way this is set up is it's not just for beginning teachers. It's for teachers who have been, you know, I'm an educational technology specialist. I've been doing this for a year, and you know, I have I feel very confident in my educational technology chops, so to speak. But I'm still learning stuff and enjoying this course, enjoying the networked learning most of all. So I think it's this course has 2 things. It teaches people how to use the technology, but it also teaches people how to connect and how to become a connected learner, which is, you know, I guess the new fad for education. But anyhow, if I were director of blended learning, the first thing I would start with is not the students in school, but the teachers, and make them students, just as I plan to do with my teachers next year, is make them students, and in a blended course, that runs the entire year, because next year we hope to go to one-to-one, and to get the teachers comfortable using the technology in the classroom effectively, I'm going to make them be students of technology and, you know, see it from that point of view. And then, you know, by learners, then they can be teachers. So, anyhow, that's what I would do. I would start with the teachers and make sure that they understand what it's like to use technology as a student as well as a teacher.